I went from pain to purpose. If I did it, you can do it too. This is the Better You with Monica podcast. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be telling you how I went from pain to purpose. Story time, get to know me. Yeah, first of all, I'm Monica Nantongo by name. I'm from Uganda. Yeah, Kampala. And this all started in 2018. Actually, no, let's rewind. 2015, there was this person I got to know through a mutual friend, and by then I was in Form 5, and this friend of mine came to me. He was like, Monica, there is a certain friend of mine. He wants, he's looking for a wife. Like, guys, seriously, a wife in in Form 5, eh? Okay, the guy was not in Form 5. I was in Form. The guy was working by then. So fast forward, as you know, like any teenager, you don't think too much of it. Like it's not that serious, you know. Someone wants to marry, okay, but you're not thinking about the long term. You don't even know what marriage is. But then someone is here saying that he's looking for a wife, and here you are. You're like, huh? He's looking for a born again wife, and here you are. You're like, okay, since I'm a born again, then why not? But remember, you're not even ready to get married. So this mutual friend of ours gave me the number and also gave him my number. So when I went for holidays, the guy called me. We got to talk. But I got to know he was older than me. He was 10 years older than me. Like, come on, I was 17. The guy was 27. Anyway, fast forward, I finished school. We didn't go into any relationship. I finished school 2018. I went abroad. We could talk once in a while, yeah. But then time came. The guy professed his love for me, that he loved me, and yeah. By then, since I was not in school, I was like, okay, let's give it a try, guys. I didn't know this about myself, that when I love someone, I love them genuinely. So I was love bombed by this person. I didn't know by then the term love bombing. I didn't know anything about narcissism. I didn't know anything about guilty tripping. Like I had no idea. I was just infatuated. I just thought that whatever you feel about someone, that's it. Other things don't matter. So I went into a relationship with this person. We went on and on in a relationship. Months went by. I remember by then I wanted to go to Dubai, but I told this person that me, I'm thinking of going to Dubai, but like our priorities weren't right. We were not on the same page. This guy wanted to get married, and as for me, I wasn't yet there. So I was like, I want to go to Dubai, but the guy was like, no, you come back home, let's get married. After all, you know, like even my mother got married at the same age as you are. So it's not that serious. Like, let's get married, blah, 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 blah. But you guys, I remember in that relationship with that person, like this person really loved God, and there is a way it made me get to love God more. But again, this person at first he was like, he's like, I thank God for you, blah 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 blah. I thank God. You're the woman for me. You're so and so, you're this and this, you're this and this. I pray to God. I've been asking God if at all you're His will for my life, and I feel like it's a yes. And me too, in my naivety, I was like, Me too. I was asking God, if I told you my husband, you guys, God speaks. God speaks. And you should really be careful. God really speaks. I remember those days. I went to God and I asked God, but God, fine, I didn't know that at first. I wasn't looking at the long term, but then when I fallen into love with this person, that is when I went to get to God to ask him if at all this person wants his will for my life. That's wrong. That's wrong, guys. First go to God even before you fall in love. First go to God, ask him, God, there is this man right here in front of me. Is he your will for me? Should I give it a try? Should I go on with this person? But no, I first fall in love with him. And as like whenever you fall, definitely a fall, you have to get paid. Guys, it's not right. Do not fall in love, but rather walk in love. Okay? Yeah, so I went to God, and I remember God always speaks to me through dreams. I remember I used to get dreams about this person. They were always negative dreams, and him too one day he told me about a dream he got. And it was still a negative dream, but as you know, whenever I could dream bad dreams, I could wake up as a Christian girl I am, I could wake up and cancel those dreams. I could bind any satanic forces. Guys, I can you imagine? But when God has spoken, guys, you have to listen. You do not act on your feelings. I acted on my feelings. God was speaking to me, but I wasn't listening. So time went by. Besides the dreams, God even gave me signs. There were indicators that this person is not the right person. This person was so good at lying. Remember me when I'm interested in person, be it my friends, like my family members, when you tell me something, I'll always remember it. It's very, very rare for me to forget something that someone told me, more so when that thing is important. So this person, today he could tell you something else, and then time passes, he tells you something else. He used not to remember. That's the problem with lying. If I told you you're good at lying, definitely today you'll lie something else, and tomorrow you do not remember what you said the last time, and you will make up another lie. And that was the thing. He was I reached at a time and I started second guessing myself, like, did I hear right? I was going crazy. I was really going crazy. Anyway, time went by. If at all this person used to do something wrong, like hurt me in any way, guys, I always ended up saying I'm sorry. I was always guilt tripped. Okay, besides that, like it was a lot of things. I was gaslighted, I was guilt tripped, like I was lied to, I was made to second guess myself. Guys, so time came, this guy, he went silent on me. I still reached out like, hey, why are you not talking to me? Are you okay? Is everything fine? Is everything okay? How is work? Are you good? Guys, one day, 2 days, my messages could be read 2 days after, but the person was always online. If at all I could put a status on WhatsApp, he used to open those statuses to see what I was posting, but he was not replying my messages. I was so hurt. I was hurt. I was like, what is going on? So time later, he came and told me, Monica, I would like to talk to you. I was like, okay, tell me, talk to me. He was like, Monica, really, like, I'm sorry, but I really need a break. It's not about you, it's about me, guys. I was like, no, why do you need a break? What is wrong? What did I do? Like, what happened? Tell me, you can confide in me. I was like, no, it's not about you, it's about me. I was like, okay, fine. But it wasn't fine with me at all. Like, I was not fine at all. I was like, okay, since it's a break, but not a breakup, I was like, okay, a break, that's fine. After it's not a breakup, time went by. The person that I used to think it's just a break, actually, it was a breakup, but I was in denial. Time went by. I reached out to this person, like, hey, how are you? And by then, not to forget, since I was abroad, this person wanted me and him to open up a cafe and we worked together. Like, he wanted me to give him some money and he opens up a cafe. Like, when you get married, like, we would be working in it together. But by that time, I used to ask him, okay, that's fine, like, after you're my boyfriend, like, we are soon going to get married, I can do that, no problem, it's not a big deal. But then I asked him, if I told him to give you money, the certificate of incorporation or corporation, I don't know what is that, like, what is the term, guys, help me in the comment section, I don't know. Yeah, in whose name is it going to be? Because I'm going to give you money. Is it going to be both of our names or it's going to be just your name? The guy never answered that question. Anyway, fast forward when he told me like he wants a break. Time later, he came and he was like, Monica, how are you? I said I'm fine. And he was like, like we talked a little, and then he was like, Monica, remember by then I had promised him that I will give you some money, no problem. I will lend you some money and you will give it to me back. I was like, okay. So I gave him no, time came, like when that day when we spoke, he was like, after, like, when we were about to say okay, bye bye, next time, the guy was like, but don't forget the money. Something clicked in me. I was like, okay, the money. The last time I heard you talk about money, and I was like, I'll give you the money, by then you were my boyfriend. But you are not now. So I give you my money as who? As who? Who are you? But I didn't say anything, I just kept quiet. I was like, okay. Guys, all this while I was hurt. I was heartbroken. I went into depression, I didn't know. Fast forward 2020. That relationship began in 2019, and by August it was over. 2020, yeah. 2020, like, you guys, I was heartbroken. I wasn't seeing anything ahead. Everything was so dark. I was feeling so bad. I was like, you guys, I could be inside. Like, when I used to go outside and work and be with people, I was smiling, I was happy. But whenever I could come back in my room, guys, I was drowning. I was crying. I I had, it was like as if I had a stone on my chest that was so heavy. And I really wanted someone to just come and remove it from my chest, but no one. Guys, okay, I'm not more of an extrovert. I'm introverted, kind of. I'm in between. You can say I'm an ambivert. But you guys, I became a total introvert. I never wanted to talk to anyone. I was always silent. I was always crying. I was bitter. Like this relationship never left me the same. Remember when you're in a relationship with a narcissist? Like this person always made me. He was like, he always commented this. He used to say, you should eat food and you grow fat. You should eat food and you grow fat. And I was like, this person always telling me this. He himself is not fat. And another thing, you came to me. You saw me, I wasn't fat, but you came to me and you told me that you loved me and you wanted to marry me. Now, what changed? Why is it that 1, 2, 3, yeah, you should eat and get fat? You should eat and get fat. You yourself, as you're not growing fat. Hmm? So leave me alone, guys. That's why we should be careful of the words that we say. It's not every word that you should tell someone. Even when you see someone who's fat, you don't know what they're battling with. Even if you see someone who's thin, you don't know what they're battling with. Guys, we should really be careful with our words. We should really know how to pick our words. Not everything that you should say, not everything that you see, you should talk about it. And we fast forward. All this while, I used to get to God. Like I was like, God, please heal me this broken heart. I'm really feeling so bad. I want this done. I'm tired. Guys, it never went away. I went on Google. I googled how to forgive someone, how to heal from a broken heart, how to do this, how to do this. Guys, it never went away. Time came. I was like, okay. Fast forward, 8 months later, I was like, but this has to end. This is not the end. That day got seriously serious, and I went to God. I was like, I should fast. I went to God and prayed. I told God, please heal this broken heart. God, also tell me, was this guy really your will for my life? Was he? In the process of me praying, God made me remember all the dreams that I used to dream about this guy. And guys, I say this unconsciously, like you're not remembering all the dreams, like all of them coming back to you. And I say this unconsciously, this guy is not my husband. Guys, as I was saying that word, instantly, suddenly, the weight that I had been having, that I had been feeling on my chest for the past 8 months, disappeared. And so I was like, oh God. So all this while, it has always been me putting this thing in my head that this person is your will for me, and yet he wasn't. So I was like, okay, there was a Facebook post that my friend tagged me on. I went on that post. I started reading. That's when I got to know that actually I was involved with a narcissist. Yeah. So time came. Remember, that relationship didn't leave me the same. I left with low self-esteem. I felt like I was not good enough. I felt like I used to see myself that like no. But then I had to get up and collect myself and get back to who I was. Get to know who I am. Get back to that happy Monica, not that sad Monica, not that bitter Monica. Because guys, that thing never left me the same by then. In that, when I was during that stage of bitterness, I wanted to revenge, but thank God I didn't. Anyway, I went on that Facebook post. I started to follow the person that the person that my friend had like that the person that who had posted that Facebook post. I followed that page. I started to read. That's when I got that interest of reading. So I immersed myself in reading. Guys, I read books. At first, it was just for fun, for entertainment. But then, as it got better and better, I started to read self-help books, like educative books, books about marriage, books about God, books about relationships. Like I got to read. I started to watch podcasts. I started to watch different, And then there was this show that I used to love that someone used to post on Facebook. So one day I was like, okay, let's go and check it out on YouTube. Maybe it's there. And that's when I found it on YouTube. As I was watching this show, I got to see another show, and that's where my purpose began. So my purpose began from that place. So I watched these shows. I watched them. I kept on watching. I kept on getting to know myself. I kept getting on healing myself. Like, yeah. And as time went on, I felt like, okay, now I'm fine. And then I started to ask God, oh God, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? Like, you did not put me on earth to just eat, sleep, drink, and go to work. No, there is a reason as to why you created me. So time went on. Guys, I thought that God's will for me was to be a fashion designer. I got to learn fashion online, but then I got to discover, no, this doesn't make me feel alive, and I'm not seeing how I'm impacting God's people through this. So I was like, okay, now what should I do? I went on asking God, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? So people started commenting about my voice, like, Monica, your voice, like the way you speak. So as it went on and on, I was like, wait a minute, okay, maybe God's will for me is for me to be a singer, like a musician. And then I was like, okay, singing. I love singing. I always do that when I'm showering, when I'm doing my house chores, like when I'm doing anything, I'm always singing. But then I was like, wait a minute, okay, I love singing, but there are some keys that I cannot hit. I was like, no, I think it's not singing. I think it's something else. So that's when I got to discover that maybe I could impact people by my life experiences, like what I went through, this whole thing of the breakup and being depressed and how God healed me. Maybe I could get something out of there. And then I got to to learn about so many things, and I got that interest in people, in families. I got to realize that actually where I come from, my background, I was hurt. I was this. Like the schools that I went to, I got to realize that actually I was traumatized, and I need to heal. And then after healing, then I need to help some other people who are in that situation, the teenagers, the young adults who are in such situations, and also help others who are not yet in such situations. But I knew that I had to do something to impact the kingdom of God. And this is why I've started this YouTube channel, guys. I hope that this journey that I've started, and I believe that it's a good one, I hope that you guys are going to, are going to love it, because I'm going to be bringing more and more. I'm going to be sharing more and more by God's grace. So guys, if at all I went from that heartbreak, from that pain, from that, you too, you can do it. You don't have to coil like, no, come back, be yourself again. I did it, you can do it too. I'm no longer that person, that hurt person. No. Even when I was hurt, I never gave up on love. I was like, no, I'm not giving up on love. No, I'm not going to stop being good. No, I'm not going to allow this to change who I am. Because I know my identity in Christ. I know I am loved. I know I'm cherished. Yes, my past hurt me, but I have the ability to change my present and my future. I have the ability to make something like a lemonade out of a lemon. Because this pain, this depression, this relationship, it wasn't just to break me. No, it actually made me. You guys, I wasn't like this. I never cared. Like, I could just roll with life, What is happening? Like, let's just go with life. Let's just roll. Let's not care about all these things. No, let's just enjoy life. But then I got to realize that actually there is more to life than just wasting away. I got to know that you can actually impact. Maybe your purpose is in that pain. Let me encourage someone today. Maybe your purpose is in that pain, whatever you're going through. Maybe that's where your purpose is. Get up. Rise up again. Get up. You can do this. You can do it. You got this. Don't let anyone tell you that you cannot do it. No, don't. You got this. And even when it feels like you're lonely, know that you're not alone. For God says that He will never leave you nor forsake you. Even if your father and mother forsakes you, the Lord will take you in. The Lord will be your God.